Hey, what's good YouTube? It's T-Dub back with another video on some of the other outskirt beaches of Puerto Vallarta. I did a part 1 of this video, but there's so many more beaches in Vallarta that are worth checking out. Couldn't fit it all in one video, so this is pretty much part 2. As I showed in that first video, it's very easy to get to these beaches using public transportation. So when you get off the bus to walk down to the beach at Conchachinas, you have to walk through this residential area, through all these condos, resorts, hotels, private residences, down this cobblestone winding road. That's not a problem. But when it's hot and humid, and when I say hot, I'm talking hot, like in the 90s, and it's humid as hell here in Puerto Vallarta, then it becomes an issue. But hopefully we're almost there. And I heard it's worth it. So we're getting close to the ocean. I can see it through this pimp ass villa. Some nice houses here. More pesos than I have, that's for sure. Nice. Okay, I see the water. We're almost there. I see the beach, and I see a lot of people with beach clothes. That's a good sign. Okay, so we made it to Playa Conchas Chinas. There's a lot of rocky points here. This beach is one of the most popular in Mexico for quinceañeras and weddings, for bodas. And there's always like photo shoots and stuff happening here, as you can see. But it's a pretty beach. Now let's see if we can make it out onto the sand without breaking our leg. As you can see, there's a lot of rocky points, a lot of loose gravel and rocks that you got to walk down to get to the beach. So this is the beach, Playa Conchas Chinas, here in Puerto Vallarta. It's one of the beaches you can find if you walk on the outskirts. You got to watch your step though, so you don't break your neck. And like I said, it's very popular with weddings, quinceañeras, and other type of event photography. And I can see why. This is a very nice beach. I don't know if it would be one of my favorites for swimming, but I see why a lot of people come here to take photographs. It's very photogenic. Very pretty. A lot of rocky points though, where you could fuck yourself up if you're not careful. Then down here you got a little cove where you can swim. It's sandy, and the water isn't that rough because you have all these rocks in this cove preventing it from having a bunch of rough waves. And then you got some rocks out there. It's a lot of work to get here though. It's a nice little hike down the cobblestone street. I think Playa Palmares is a little more my speed, but like I said, this is very beautiful. I don't know about for swimming though. I'm just taking the yak to the head. Then again, imagine this big water. Or is it tequila? The rock formations actually remind me of Cabo San Lucas. One thing for sure, when it comes to Puerto Vallarta, you're definitely spoiled for choice when it comes to all of the beach options you have. For sure, one of my favorite beaches in Vallarta is Playa Palmares. It's about, I'd say, 10 to 15 minutes outside of La Zona Romantica, the romantic zone. This beach is the business. The water's super clean and pretty at this beach. It gets a lot of people, but not as much as Muertos Beach. And for those that don't know, Muertos Beach is the main beach in the town. I like this beach because the water is pretty calm. It's pretty good for swimming. Not so much for surfing. I'm not a surfer, but just letting you know it's not a surfing beach. And I dig that. The people watching is great. The chill factor is fucking 10 plus. This is definitely a beach I recommend. If you went to only one of the outskirt beaches here in PV, this would be one of them I recommend. Playa Gemelas would be the other. There are no vendors at this beach. It's just straight up chill. You're not gonna get harassed. You could just hang out and drink your cerveza, smoke your bud, and just fucking do your thing, man. I highly recommend it. The beach vendors never bother me, but I know some people make a big deal about it and it seems to really fucking ruffle their feathers. So if you want to avoid the vendors, this is definitely one of the beaches I would recommend, for sure. Like with a lot of the beaches in PV, you got to bring your own umbrella. There's 2 restaurants up top which serve food and drinks. And obviously you could store your stuff up there if you pay for food or whatever. But if you want to hang out at the beach and you don't want to deal with the restaurant, bring your own umbrella. We've come here before without an umbrella, and there's a few trees spread out that you set up under. But you got to get here early because people will snatch those up pretty quickly. Otherwise you're going to be out in the hot sun. Like I said earlier, PV offers a different flavor of beach for every type of traveler. That's what I love about this town. That's why it's so popular with tourists and travelers, because it offers something for everyone. So we just arrived at Playa Gemelas, which means Twin Beach, here in Puerto Vallarta. And we took the Uber over here to the beach. So you get off right here on this highway. You can take a local bus. It's cheaper and you stop right here, or you can do what we did and take an Uber. We did it because we're pressed for time. Of course, it seems like it's gonna start raining soon, which is gonna fucking majorly suck. So we hear the thunder. It's been raining a lot here since we came. But anyhow, we're about to go down. You go down near this hotel condominium, and there's the hotel right there, as you can see. And then you walk down that way. So let's see how far down this walk is. Hopefully it's not as windy as Playa Conchas Chinas, but it shouldn't be. Let's check it out. So going down to the beach is not as much of a windy road as it is going to Conchas Chinas beach. You still gotta watch your step, because you could fuck yourself up here and break your neck or your leg. So this is the final stretch of the walk to get to the beach. So here it is, the beach at Playa Gemelas in Puerto Vallarta. It is as pretty as they said it was. Video and pictures do not do it justice. Wow, that's nice. Once you come down the stairwell from the main road near this hotel condominium, this is what you'll be greeted with. It's been raining a lot out here in PV, and I already hear thunder and I see lightning, and the clouds are starting to roll in. So I'm hoping it doesn't start raining, but based on the last few weeks, more than likely it will. This is what it's like. Oh shit. I'm not saying oh shit to the ass, I'm saying oh shit because it just damn near fell and bit it. Yeah, I am saying oh shit to the ass as well. So let me find Nicole and see where she decided to set up. This beach is supposedly one of the less touristy beaches that are supposedly undiscovered, but I've said in other videos, anytime anyone says something's undiscovered, my experience has been everyone knows about it. And there's a lot more people here than I was expecting. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. So here we go.
That's what they were doing yesterday. They were running in the water in the ocean.
The water is beautiful though. Take the lid to its cooler. Don't want that to happen. The reason they call this Twin Beach, which MLS means in Spanish, accordingly is because that rock over there, that rock formation, separates one beach from the other one. And this one's a lot bigger. The other beach is supposed to be smaller. And so there's two of them, and the rock formation separates it. That's where it got its name from. All right, so I think we'll set up over here and try to get some beach time in before the thunderstorm comes. This beach is also very, very good for swimming, just like Playa Palmares. Next up, we're going to show Yelapa Beach. Well, Yelapa is actually a town. I did a whole nother video on this place. We just went out there for the first time recently. Check out my Yelapa video, which I'm linking in the description. Getting there takes a lot of work. You could take a bus from the Zona Romantica in Puerto Vallarta to Boca de Tomatlan and then take a lancha skiff boat to Yelapa, or take a boat all the way from Playa Los Muertos. Either way, it's gonna take anywhere from 45 minutes to 90 minutes because they stop along the way. And when I tell you that boat ride is rough, I'm not fucking lying. It takes a lot of work to get there, so the next time I go there, I'm definitely gonna spend the weekend. And I would recommend if you go there, you at least spend the night. Where Yelapa Beach definitely won me over is for the relaxation factor. Like the chill factor is 10 plus, man. I pretty much fell asleep just hanging out there, and I could just watch the boats come in and out, watch the seagulls dive bomb all day long, and just fucking snack on ceviche and drink cerveza and smoke some fucking bud. This place is fucking chill as fuck. The only thing I don't like though is it's pricey. You gotta pretty much deal with the restaurants where they drop you off. Before you even hop off the boat, some of the restaurant hustlers will get on the boat and pretty much tell you, hey, this is the restaurant you're gonna be chilling at if you wanna get anything to eat. The food's overpriced, the drinks are overpriced, and the food wasn't like the greatest. I had a good time nonetheless. I'm just letting you know this is kind of a tourist trap, and a lot of people sold it to me before I went that it was undiscovered. Since it's so far away from Puerto Vallarta, it's a lot more secluded and not that many people know about it or go there. That's bullshit. So I'm just letting you know it's a nice place, don't get me wrong, but it's more of a tourist trap, especially the main beach we went to in Yelapa. It's a very pretty place, but to me the water quality, at least when I went, is a lot prettier in Playa Palmares or definitely Playa Gemelas. That's just my opinion. Again, if you want more info on this beach and how I felt about it, and check out my Yelapa video, which again I'm linking in the description. Why I said I would spend a weekend here is because I could see once all the tour groups go home, you have it all to yourself. It's kind of like Isla Mujeres in Yucatan. We spent a week there, and once all of the visitors from Cancun go home, you have the island all to yourself, and it completely changes the whole feel and vibe of the place. So this reminds me of that. It gets a lot of foot traffic during the main hours, say from 8 to 5 p.m. And after that, I can see you having this place to yourself. So next time I'm definitely gonna get an Airbnb or a hotel room here and spend at least a weekend. So that's my advice. And even though Yalapa isn't an island, it totally has an island vibe, because the only way to get here is through boat. It's difficult to get here, which is part of its charm. So next up is Playa Camarones Beach, which is Shrimp Beach. Don't ask me why it has that name. This beach is popular with vendors. You'll get a lot of vendors approach you. And I noticed at this beach, a lot more locals go than to some of the other ones. I noticed a lot of the locals like to go to Muertos Beach near the pier. I noticed a lot of the locals like to post up there, and a lot of them like to come here. So I do like that about this beach, is that it is popular with locals. I like going where the locals go. I do like that there's restrooms at this beach. Once again though, you got to bring your own umbrella. That's pretty much par for the course with any of the beaches in Vallarta. Also, the swimming's pretty decent here. It's almost on par with Palmares. It's just Palmares is more chill. It's a cool beach for people watching. A lot of vendors do come through, trying to braid your hair and selling souvenirs and massages and all that stuff. It's not as heavy as Muertos Beach, but still, they post up a lot here. I will say though, I was harassed by the police at this beach. They claimed I was smoking a blund, not a blunt, a blund, with a D. Even though it was a cigar, I smoke cigars. Yes, I do smoke weed, but I wasn't smoking weed at the beach. Not that day. They insist the cigar was weed, and I opened up the cigar, showed them. Couldn't believe they didn't know the difference between a cigar and a blunt. The female cop out of the pier, she insisted on searching my stuff. I told her go ahead. The male cop was like, nah, it's cool, it is a cigar. She would not come up off of it though. She insisted that I had weed mixed in with the tobacco, which is stupid if you know anything about rolling blunts. My cigars that I smoke are very pricey. You don't roll blunts with fancy cigars. Anybody will tell you that. You roll it with crappy Swisher Sweets or some shit like that. Anyway, I don't smoke blunts. I haven't smoked a blunt since I was in high school. I do blaze, but I don't smoke blunts. She wouldn't come up off of it, and so I took the deepest possible hit off the cigar and I blew it in her fucking face. After I did it, I was like, oh shit, that plume of smoke was a lot thicker and bigger than I expected it to be. I thought for sure she was gonna fucking arrest me just for doing that shit. But her partner, he kind of got a kick out of what I did. He kind of chuckled, which further pissed her off. After harassing me for like 10 to 15 minutes, they let me go because I wasn't smoking weed and they had nothing on me. That was that. You know, that kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, and every time I visit the beach, I always remember that. But other than that, it's a cool beach for people watching. Another thing I love about Puerto Vallarta is that there's always street entertainers, street performers, like these cool fire dancers. You see them all over town, but there's always somebody putting on a show. Obviously, they do it for tips. They'll have cool break dancers, fire dancers, clowns, musicians of all types, and these are very talented people, and that's one thing I love about Mexico in general. PV is a very artistic town, just like Mexico City. You'll see a lot of creative folks doing creative shit. Sayulita, also big ups to them on that. They'll have a lot of street performers there too, or should I say beach performers. There's a beach pretty much for every type of traveler, every type of vacationer. My favorite out of the beaches is Playa Gemelas. Number 2 would be Playa Palmares. Number 3 would be Muertos Beach. Then I would rank Las Animas, number 4. Then Playa Camarones, Shrimp Beach would be number 5. Then I'd rank Mismaloya Beach. Then I'd put Yalapa after that. And then after that, pretty much all the rest would fall somewhere in there. I hope you guys saw something you like. I highly recommend you come down and check out Puerto Vallarta, because again, they got a beach for every type of traveler. And then also, you can take a 1-hour bus ride over to Sayulita or to San Pancho, San Francisco, or to Lo de Marcos, Punta de Mita. They have so many beaches in the area, not just within PV, but 1 hour away, 2 hours away. I love beaches. Beaches are my shit. PV ranks up there for me for just that reason alone. One thing I will say, at just about any beach in Vallarta, you're gonna catch epic sunsets. Just pop open a fucking cold beer and just hang out and just watch the world go by. So that pretty much covers part 2 of the outskirt beaches of Puerto Vallarta. Thanks for watching though. T-Dub, Unplugged. Catch you on the next video. Peace.